Yeah, good evening, everyone. So, see the first question. Account for the present location of iron and steel industries away from the source of raw material by giving examples. Okay, yesterday also we have done one similar question, that is the spatial distribution, but this is a different question. Try to see this.
Sir, no sound, sir.
Yeah, decent points, Rajni, but in the introduction we need not mention why it is coming from west to east and then from within east, why it is migrating. That much introduction is not required. So we will just try to confine that previously what was the scenario, now is what is the present scenario. Okay, so these are the keywords: moving away from present location and away from the source of raw material. So it is basically asking you the why this relocation of iron and steel plants is happening in India. So in the introduction you can write the initial steel plants were around the resources, that is in the central India. However, recently the trend seems to be that they are not depending on raw materials for selecting the location. Okay, so basically in the body you'll write, okay, in the body you'll write the reasons for these going away. What are the reasons? What are the reasons for these going away? Because in the first generation, that is Bhilai, Rourkela, okay, all these places are near to the resources or the raw materials. Okay, but today the reasons are there is demand for iron and steel due to manufacturing growth or infrastructure growth in urban areas. Hence, these plants are going near the urban areas. Okay, so steel plants are slowly moving towards the urban areas. And previously, the issue was with the transportation. But today, we have transportation to the remote corners, and hence there is possibility that raw materials can be at one place while the steel plant can be at other place. Second thing is ease of export. Some of the steel plants, third thing, sorry, are near the ports. The classic example being Vizag steel plant. Okay, so this is one example, ease of ports. And then obviously the state government policies which promote subsidies, availability of skilled manpower, and then subsidies in taxes, electricity, etc. And then land acquisition problems. So wherever the land acquisition is easy, investments tend to be more. And then pollution issues in densely populated areas. So all these are the issues which are responsible for the iron and steel plants to move away from the raw material sites and migrate to other sites. Okay, apart from this, the iron and steel plant consumes other raw material like coal, coke, okay, water, lot of raw material. So whichever states can provide all these inputs at a better rate, there tends to be a shift in the iron and steel plant. So in the conclusion, you will write iron and steel plants are still the sunrise sector in India and are crucial to the manufacturing, economic health, and also to the infrastructure growth. So the need of the hour is for a equitable and equally spread growth of these industries. Clear? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Mahesh, is he not in? Raw materials, markets, abundant labor. Okay, you can draw a map also. Just draw a map and then explain the location of various steel plants. So change of location, you have given only 1 point, Mahesh, but actually some of the points you have mentioned are also responsible for the changes of location. Okay. So initially it was around the raw materials because these factors were not there. Transportation, abundant labor, cheap labor. So it was concentrated around the raw materials, but today all these factors are there. So hence there is a spread growth. Now there is a spread growth. It is spreading towards all parts of India. For example, SR Steel is very much near the city. It is very much part of the city. Vizag Steel Plant, it is because of port. Like that. Okay. So just reframe your answer. See our model answer. Look at your model answer and try to correct your answer. Okay.
Sure, sir. Sure.
See the next question. Do you agree that there is a growing trend of opening sugar mills in southern states of India? Discuss with justification. Yeah. Southern states, they mean to say mainly Tamil Nadu. So try to answer this. Yeah. Good points, Rajni, and yeah. Pollution rules around NCR, how is going to determine the sugar cane?
That
Huh? Your voice is breaking. You just give it in chat window. Meanwhile, we'll discuss the answer. So what is the question? Do you agree that, see the question, do you agree that there is a growing trend of opening new sugar mills in southern states of India? Discuss with justification. So obviously you are agreeing or not. So growing trend of sugar mills in southern India. So if there is growing trend of setting up sugar mills, that means obviously there is a growing trend of increasing sugarcane production. So you can say historically the UP and Bihar areas which are having Gangetic Plain were famous for sugarcane production, but it has been seen that the recent shift is towards the southern states, southern and western states, okay, like Tamil Nadu, and western states like Maharashtra. And you always remember in these kind of questions, that is, what are the factors responsible for location there, what are the factors responsible for location here, always you can make answer even without knowing content by broadly taking the answer into various parameters. You can say labor, state policies, markets, soils, ports, okay, and then any subsidies. Okay, subsidies will come under state policies. So ports, infrastructure, infrastructure or transport, you can say. If you can address these points in any of the answer for the resources, you will make a decent answer. Always remember this. For these kind of questions, you have to address these points. Even if you can implement these points in the previous question of iron ore, you can still make an answer. Yes or no? Except for soil.
Yes, sir.
Yes or no? So similar thing you can use here. Okay, here also, here one more thing will come, soils which has more moisture content in south due to river basins of Godavari, Krishna and Kaveri. Okay, and then delta formations by these rivers. Infrastructure being very good in southern India. Okay, and then better seaports like Mumbai, Chennai, Vizag, etc. Markets, yes, there are enough markets, good state policies, and cheap availability of labor. So all these are there. So you can draw an India map like this, and then that initially this is the area where the sugarcane was very densely available. But now Maharashtra and Tamil Nadu have become two important states in the production of sugar cane. And also you can say here it is transport is important because sugarcane has this particular thing called sucrose. The sucrose content will come down the longer we transport the sugarcane. So hence the sugar mills are now confined to southern India because there is sugarcane production here. In the conclusion, you will write, while the sugarcane is a commercial crop, but it's also a water guzzling crop. What I mean by water guzzling crop, it requires lot of water, and taking up in semi-arid or arid areas of western and southern India may impact the soil fertility of this area, and hence the need of the hour is to promote similar crops which have commercial value like pulses, millets, etc. in areas which are water deficient. We see that in Maharashtra, even where areas where there are no water like Marathwada and Vidarbha regions, people are still going on cultivating sugarcane, which is actually a big mistake. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, good. Yes, cooperatives and fair amenity price, yes. Some more factors you can write, Sumant, and again work on your conclusion. Clear?
Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
See the third question. Analyze the factors for highly decentralized cotton textile industry in India. Again, you see the first question and you see the third question. In fact, even the second question, the formula I told you just now, if you apply the same formula, again, you will try to come at this particular, even without knowing anything about this cotton and decentralization of cotton textile industry in India. If I apply those points as I mentioned in 37 and 38, we can very easily write 39th answer. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So for these kind of questions, that is factors responsible for location of industries, don't try to be annoyed by saying if they're asking some cotton, some jute, but the factors are same. Why one industry is located in one place, there is significance to it. So again, 39th is a very straightforward question. Just write common points for 2 minutes. Yeah, Rajni, good points. Yeah. So if you can know the way these questions can be answered, it will become really easy for you people to go and just write these answers even without knowing much. Of course, anyone in the geography will be knowing minimum stuff with regard to the questions of this kind. Okay, but the question here it is, they are asking you why it is decentralized cotton. Analyze the factors for highly decentralized cotton textile. Okay, decentralized. What are the reasons for decentralized cotton textile industry in India? Okay, they are saying cotton textile. Okay, and then in the introduction you can say, textile industry, we all know that it is second highest employer after the agriculture sector, and it is a labor intensive sector which provides employment to many people. Okay, and then it has Indian textiles have global import presence. Okay, in the body you will write, so what are the reasons for decentralized cotton textile growth? Decentralized cotton textile growth. What are the reasons for decentralized cotton textile growth? Raw material for cotton textiles is cotton, which can be easily transported, and unlike any other raw material like sugarcane, it doesn't change much from source to destination. From source to destination, it doesn't change much. Okay, and then the cotton textile plants can easily be set up because they have various, it is called yarn ginning equipments. So they can easily be set up and they do not require huge lands, huge water resources. So easily set up, and hence cotton can be cotton plants are found everywhere. Okay, and also most of the cotton textiles in India have export significance. Most of the cotton in India are having export significance, and hence you also find that many of the textiles are near the seaports. They have export significance and hence they are near the seaports. Okay, and then labor with awareness is present almost in entire India. Okay, and then there is enough demand for cotton textiles across India. Okay, so here you can say, while cotton textile and their manufacturing is there in entire India, the main belt for growing of cotton is this area. This is the cotton growing area, that is Gujarat, Maharashtra, Telangana, and Karnataka. These states are prominently cotton growing states. Okay, and then from here the cotton is sent to pan India, and hence there is a decentralized growth of cotton. textiles within India. In conclusion, you can write cotton textiles and their exports are crucial to Indian economy. The need of the hour is to promote these industries and to make them more competitive on the world stage. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Did you write this answer, Rajni?
Yes, sir.
Penetration of railways, yes. Emergence of new centers, other advantages, labor cost, hydroelectricity. This is a good point. So yeah, this is a good way of showing the industries across India. See, she has said that earlier this belt was there, but now here cotton mills are located. Good. See the last question. Again, similar question. Petroleum refineries are not necessarily located near to crude oil producing areas, particularly in many developing countries. Explain its implications. Okay. Take a couple of minutes. Okay. Good points, Sumant. And okay. So, Sumant, you have attempted this in a particular way where you have given implications as technical, environmental, economical, geopolitical. Fine, that is also a very good way of presenting. And here, Rajni has chosen positive impact and negative impact. So when they are asking what are the implications, she is giving the positive implications and negative implications of having these oil refineries near to the, not necessarily near to the oil producing areas. So both the frameworks are right. And if you observe, both the answers are covering 80% same points. Did you observe that?
Yes, sir.
So because the question is open-ended, it is not saying positives or negatives, what are the pros and cons. So she understood in a particular way. You gave a different angle. You have given different implications to these particular issues. So Since the question is open-ended, both the answers will be right. If the question is asking particularly what are the various implications with regard to this XYZ, or what are the positives and negatives, then one of your answers will become negated. Then you have to answer it in a particular style. Understood?
Yes, sir.
So, since you both have given very lot of points in a very holistic way, only I'll just try to cover up all of them. The question is why the refineries are not necessarily near the source. Source here are crude oil producing places, producing areas. This is the question. So in the introduction, you can write that these oil resources, okay, in the introduction, you'll write that these refineries are the oil resources, okay, they are usually near the markets and away from source due to issues like evaporation, then infrastructure, etc. So in the body, so you can mention implications of this particular locating away from the source. What are the implications? So obviously the crude oil is further processed into various petroleum products. Various petroleum products. And these petroleum products lose through water vapor. Sorry, this gets vaporized. These gets vaporized, and they cannot, they are lost in the transport. Hence, they are generally located near the markets. Which one? The refineries. Okay. So that is one major implication. So this is one implication. Implication number one. So you can call it the one of the causes for these particular refineries to be near the markets or away from the source. And then this petroleum raw material is generally transported from source to refinery over ocean, that is under ocean pipes, or through ships. And in this process, the refineries get the crude oil and not the refined petroleum, and then, hence at crude oil level there is not much lost. Okay, the loss is only after the processing, please remember that. And next is the transportation, because the petroleum products are very volatile in prices, and if the transportation adds up to those prices, the price will further escalate. Hence, the challenge is to reduce the transportation costs and hence they are very much near to the markets. Okay. And also some of the petroleum products are generally exported, and hence they are very much near to the ports. And petroleum refining is a very complex, challenging process which requires skilled manpower, and hence it is located where skilled manpower is available. And the issue is the petroleum products refining is environmentally polluting because it releases a lot of gases which are harmful, and hence these which are located, this is a negative impact, which are located near the markets may impact the people, the general people. And also while transporting these petroleum products, the seed, the oil spills occur, which will be disastrous to marine life. This is also a negative aspect. And in the general, okay, and then why developing countries are choosing the refineries to be away from source is because they want to store petroleum reserves to counterbalance volatility in prices. We have such refineries in such storage facilities in Visakhapatnam, Mangalore, etc. Okay, so these are some of the major points. In the conclusion, you will write the petroleum products hence are more market centric than source centric. However, the burning of any kind of fossil fuel is dangerous to environment. Hence, the need of the hour is to promote more sustainable energy resources. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Shanta Prasad, you have drawn the
Yes,
world
sir.
map. Somehow you have mastered the world map and you are drawing it, Shanta Prasad. But okay, in this question, it may be required or may not be required, because it is not asking you the where are the petroleum reserves across the world. It is asking you what are the reasons for petroleum refineries to be located in certain places in developing countries. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Points are good. Yes. Readily available markets. Okay. End products. Onshore also is a good reason for refineries. Okay, good point. Some more points we have added in our answer. You can see that. Okay.
Sir, actually, I misunderstood the question.
That's
He
what.
asked
That's what
implications.
I
Yes,
am
sir.
seeing that some of your points are relevant, though you have not understood the core demand of the question. Okay, some of your points are still relevant, but the question is different. You can see the answers given by Sumant or Rajni. So for this particular question, I would prefer the approach of Sumant, because it is an open-ended question. It is not asking you pros and cons. However, both of them written very good points. 80 to 90% points are same. But implications, the technical, economical, environmental, geostrategic. So that is making more sense with regard to the this particular demand of the question. Okay, Shanta
Yes,
Prasad.
yes, sir. If we write like this, how many marks we can get, sir?
See, because some of your points, see, when I saw the world map only, I understood that you have not understood the core demand of the question. Okay. But anyhow, even see some of your points, like, the point number 4. Okay. Point number 7. Point number 8. Point number 9. Point number 10. Out of so many points, at least these points are matching. So if the highest is 6, you will definitely get 2 to 3 marks here.
Okay, sir.
Okay. You may get 2 marks because your some of the points are getting related to the core demand of the question. Okay. So that's why in geography, just keep on doing one thing, that is understanding the core demand of the question, and then you will easily write the answers. Not at all. Content wise, I don't think any of you will have any issue in geography, because geography is one place where everyone will have decent content. It's only about presenting that content. Okay. Fine. We'll meet tomorrow. Good night.